hey Larry, what's up? You dyed your hair once. It was once. So is it safe to assume that it was never again? Oh, you did want to give it another try. You never got the chance. Well, it is never too late. It is simply never too late. I probably should not have ended here because I don't remember what to do. I'm supposed to go somewhere. You think I could rock a mohawk? Maybe I'll tell the hairdresser tomorrow to give me a mohawk. That was Life is too damn short. You're so goddamn right. I mean, look at me. Oh! Hey, pal, long time no see. You don't look so happy. We wanted to ask you something. Tell me about the boat caretaker. Who has 2k points make Plaza draw a mohawk? Ha! How would I even put that on here? So, like, how am I gonna... Hold on a sec. I have an idea. Misa, I got you. I know exactly what you're looking for. Hold on. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Do you know who that old man is, detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. Yeah, guy was, like, falling asleep. Gumshoe knows nothing. As for who he is... Oh, excuse me. My card expired, 15 years ago. 17 years ago. My card expired in June of 2009. Yeah. Oh, you gotta go, Misa? Okay. Bye, Misa. Thank you for popping in. We have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. They have no idea who he is. Okay, fun. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case. To tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. Buddy, wait. I don't care who you are, no one can tell me that that's Mr. Edgeworth. I mean, come on, it doesn't look like him at all. But Edgeworth has admitted he was on the boat. Then he's the one being shot then. He seemed fine in court today. Buddy, Here, look at this parrot. Yeah, I took this parrot. What do you think? Oh, the parrot knew about that incident. Ooh, the music stopped. The photo obviously shows two mannequins fighting each other, guys. Don't forget the DL6. Don't forget DL6. That was fucking crazy. That was a wild twist. I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? What if that old man was connected to DL6? I getcha. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through there is the station's records room. I'll give you special permission to go in. Oh, hey. Thanks, man. He goes from telling me he can't help me to being like, oh, yeah, go in. Go in. Does this look good? Does that actually look like... Oh! Can I take this off? This doesn't look anything. I guess it kind of does, if I think about it. If I really envision it. Oh. Wait, what? Wait a second. Oh, wait, that's why. Yeah. Yeah. E. Ooh. Ooh. E. Oh, hey, Cotty, what's up? I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. Yeah, that's what it looks like to me. He's like a cute little sprout. Alright, well that worked. Hey man, thanks for giving us access to private records. That's awesome, bro. You're a real pal. It's amazingly dusty. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust. Okay. We were almost through the 4th grade when he suddenly transferred because of DL6. Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file. Okay, give me... You have the luxury of getting Wordle 7 hours earlier than everyone else? God damn. Give me the case summary. First I have to get a handle on the main facts. Right. Found it. Here you go, December 28th, 2001. That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. Oh shit, that's right, I forgot about that. Wait, Mixie, what happened? I completely missed what you were talking about, hold on. There actually was a real-life case where a parrot was the key witness to a murder. That's really amazing, actually. That's really cool. Now that we've learned about... Now we learn about Edgeworth's extensive history of gay love stories and bitter exes to see who wants him dead. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. Oh. Goddamn. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. on that day. Oh, that's why he's scared of the earthquakes. Guys, it's all coming together. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out. Holy. You're so goddamn nice.
Avelina Star gifted Puggy_Luggy_ a very important pal status.
Oh my
Avelina Star gifted a
god.
tier 1 sub to Puggy_Luggy_. They have given 5 gift subs in the channel.
I'm smiling, thank you. You're so goddamn nice, Avelina. Avelina? Is it with a or an A? I want to make sure I get that right. Something stuck in an elevator for 5 hours. That would be scary like that in the dark. Oh shit, right, and that guy's dead as fuck. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator and the survivors were unconscious. Dude, the lack of music is really making me uncomfortable. One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes, so Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in that elevator. Do you have data on the victim Edgeworth's father? Father, Jesus Christ. I'm sorry. Father. Victim here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. So he was in the elevator with his father. Somebody shot it through the window. From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? It sounds just like this current case. What's going on here? Got any data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Okay. Hold on, this is it. The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was... Guys, I swear to God, I thought that said Yowie. Yanni Yogi. He was a clerk in the court, apparently. Why do you have a gift sub that's courtesy of Avelina? Oh, there's young Miles. So he must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond. And Robert Hammond is now the guy who's dead. Hammond, the victim in our case. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived so much so that he had brain damage. I know, Tiny Edgeworth. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Do you think I'm seeing what I want to see? You and your friend got the same exact blind bags. That's awesome. That you both wanted. That's great. Wait, not the same one. Guys, my brain's all over the place tonight. I'm sorry. I'm mixing up all my words. I'm mixing up all my words. No, Puggy. We're not starting that argument. We are not starting that argument tonight. He may be closer than we think. Are we about to theorize that this Yogi guy is the suspect in this murder now? I guess I know... Wait, no, why would he be? Okay, I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. Hey, welcome back, Root. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Are we gonna take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? Sure. Okay. That's probably all we'll be able to find here now. All that's left is the trial tomorrow. Please let this day be done. Thank God. Oh my God. Okay, I really like this game, but Jesus Christ, the investigation days are not fun for me. Because, like, I feel like because they're all on guide rails, so it's like it's just me. I need to do a certain amount of things to progress the story, and I'm like, I'd rather just miss some things and have it like affect my trial. I don't know. Gamers are spoiled today. I feel like gamers are really spoiled. Gamers have way too many options in games right now, which is fine. I like it. All right. What is going on in chat right now? Guys, what are we doing? This is an over 20-year-old game. Yeah, I know. I'm not like I'm not mad about it. I'm just being honest. The investigation days are not my favorite part about the game. This is my favorite part about the game. The deduction puzzles. The defense is ready, Your Honor. I am old. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Thanks, guys. I was hoping you would do that. Who is that? Who the heck is Georgie Avstar? Who are you? Who are you? That again. Very well, no opening statements. Not so fast, Judge. Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. A prediction. I don't know how this sounds in my voice. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Okay, buddy. Yeah, Root, what's up? Huh? What did I say? What did I say that was horny? What did I say to put me in horny jail? I didn't say anything. It's regular jail? Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Oh, shut up. Must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'm arrested for war crimes. I am just a little guy. I'm just a little guy. I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand. It's that mysterious boat shop owner. There he is. The decisive witness. I hate this man so much. I hate that imagery of like the snot bubble as someone's sleeping. I hate that imagery so much. It grosses me out. I am the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second, we still haven't heard who this old guy is. Objection! The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah! It's disgusting, I know. Like... And if you do know somebody who does that when they sleep, maybe they should go to a doctor. Would I rather deal with a wet noodle man or the show director from earlier? Oh... Nixie... Oh. Why did you have to remind me of him? The guy who speaks in like leet speak. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. The witness will state his name. Ugh. Noodle Man or Salmonella? Ugh. Ugh. I'd rather deal with Noodle Man? I would rather deal with Noodle Man, I think. Oh my god. Ugh. Yeah, dude, I... Babies, ew. Well, I'm not really sure. Yup. What do you mean? My memory... The witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Then why is he here? Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. Then why is he here? Why is he your decisive witness? He can't recall, you say. Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness? I really hope his testimony is like... Yes, Georgie. Stay. Stay for the whole stream! Okay, Jay. Have fun on the dance floor. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. I was in the restaurant, where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just a-floatin' on the lake. Then I heard... And then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window. Again, we're getting the whole gun, like, the 2 shots thing, but the gun was fired 3 times. Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination. Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I want to choke him. Want to choke him. I want to rip out his ruffles and slap him across the face and kick him in the kneecaps. I want to commit so many violent acts against this guy. I don't think I've ever hated a video game villain as much as I hate Von Karma. Careful, he might like that. Root, I don't think he likes anything. I don't think he likes fun. I don't think he's capable of liking things. To be quite honest with you. Judge your verdict now. Maybe it was the same gun used to kill Edgeworth's dad, and it just didn't have its bullets changed in all these years. I mean, This guy says ergo a lot. Yeah, that's a big sign. That means he doesn't like fun. Nope. We are cross-examining. Hey, man. Whoa. Just take it easy, man. Oh my god, he's mad. You may cross-examine the witness. Well, that was really, okay. Alright. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yup. Wait a minute. The night of the 24th, just after midnight, so wouldn't it have actually been the 25th? Are you sure? Pretty sure. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. And good night. I asked him and he remembered, isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Is there anything here? That's fair. Good point. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. Oh my god, can Polly please be a witness? That's not good enough for a court of law. Can Polly please be a witness? Because Polly is a parrot. Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Then I heard a bang. And where did the bang seem to come from? Stop it! From the lake. Are you certain? Good. Continue. Okay. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just a-floatin' on the lake. I'm gonna keep pressing, bro. Was there someone in the boat? Does English not have a specific word for the period right before morning and just after midnight? I have no idea, actually. That's a really good question. That's a really good question. It was pretty far out there, I couldn't see clearly, but I figure there was 2 men out there. But you couldn't see them clearly. Couldn't see them clearly at the time. What's that about, huh? When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just a-floatin' on the lake. Couldn't see them clearly at the time, huh? Heard 2 sounds like gunshots just after midnight. Shows an empty lake taken automatically. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna push on everything. I'm gonna think about this one. Then I heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots total. Ah, that's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Right by my window, right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Shut up. I'm gonna say it now. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Yeah, I think we would call it dawn. No, wait. No, yeah, dusk is evening. Dusk is the sunset, I think. Our local words knower isn't here to ask. If I know Von Karma, he spent time preparing his witness. I'm not going to find contradictions very easily in this testimony. Okay. Just the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yup. Taken automatically on the 25th at 12:15 p.m. Or 12:15 a.m. Damn, they did this in broad daylight? That's crazy. Sometime on the 24th, shot from approximately 1 meter away. You guys are making me curious. I don't see anything here. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual, then I heard a bang. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just a-floatin' on the lake. It's gotta be something with this. He saw a boat floating on the lake. It was just after midnight, he said. Then I heard another bang. Nope. Nope. Oh, I'm in pain. I'm in actual pain. Just about then the boat comes back to shore. Okay, it's gotta be something with this because of that little, like, hinty sound effect that played when I pressed it. Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there, I couldn't see clearly, but I figured there was 2 men out there. But you couldn't see them clearly. At the time, I couldn't see them clearly. Nope. And then I heard another bang. Oh, 24. Stop. Stop, you're making me blush. Can't you tell? I am obliterating myself. Hell yeah. Alright. Absolutely obliterating myself. No, it's nothing here. Oh, the witching hour. I'm pretty sure the witching, like, hour, it is between 3 and 4, but there's also, like, the whole 3:33, thing with the witching hour. It's, like, specifically 3:33 is, like, the time when the veil between the living and the dead is the thinnest. Ooh! Ah! Ah! Is there anyone who can... Oh, no, we already talked about this. Yeah, okay, Polly. Dude, I want to call Polly as a witness so fucking bad, dude. Fourth Kind is one of my favorite movies. If enough people in the Discord are okay with horror movies, I would love to watch Fourth Kind on a movie night. It's... Oh my god, I love that movie so much. It's so good. That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Then I heard another bang. When I looked out the window, it's gotta be this. Something about the time. Something about the time. I already tried this. Nope. Oh, I think we're gonna watch Surf's Up the next movie night. Maybe I should make a movie night wheel. Just make a wheel for everything. At this point, I'm purposefully just throwing shit at the wall. Hoping that something sticks. Hoping that something sticks. I saw a boat just sitting there. Just floating on the lake. Yeah, okay. Chat, I'm literally just doing this on purpose, honestly. This is the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Hold on. Oh, okay. Load. Reload. 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 Oh, we're gonna skip through all this again? I'm just bad. I'm just bad at this. Uh-huh, 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 uh-huh. Uh-huh, uh-huh. Okay, yep. Yes, 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 you forgot your name, blah, blah, blah. Uh-huh. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay. The entire Gateway Plaza universe is gonna start, like, rotating around multiple wheels of options. It's gonna get to a point where, like... oh my god. I'm sleepy. Man, I'm sleepy, my brain's all over the place, my brain's all jumbled, this guy's mad and screaming. Okay. Gambling. Yeah, we just haven't unlocked it yet, that's all. Alright, I'm gonna save now so we don't have to run through all of that again. Myth, I always need help. I always need your help, Myth. It was the night of the 24th. Vinovan Karma, he spent time... Okay. Okay, wait. Alright, time to help my CRT boy out. Just save again. I swear to God, it has to be something with this, but I just don't know what. Because I pressed him on this, and then he said something very, like, I wasn't able to see them at the time. I wasn't able to see them very clearly at the time. So what could it be, though? Press on the boat? I did that. Yeah, I pressed on that, and then it gave me like that hint sound. Like, oh wait, no. Oh! Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by, too. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw that was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. Oh my god, he's dead. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Okay. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I'd better act quick. Objection! Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Good night. Good night. I just want to call you Evelina, because that was your... that was the username. Good night, Georgie. I hope you feel better tomorrow. Thank you for coming by. Are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And a photograph showing a man firing with his left hand. Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. Objection! Objection, 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 objection. Developers. Objection, 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 objection. This witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Shut up. Yeah, there's a lot of loopholes here, Myth. In a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good, there's nothing I can do. I don't know what to do anymore. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Hey, shut up. Shut up. Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. Oh my god. Oh. I actually lost. That is all. Huh. Wait! Wow? Oh. You gotta listen to me. Oh, hey, it's Larry. Larry, my boy. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. The gunshot. I heard it too. I've never been more happy that a dog didn't eat a dude. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did. A gunshot. That night. I was sitting here in the audience, listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. This is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. He could make things worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. Maya, you're so right. Holy shit. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. Holy shit, Guy. Judge coming in clutch, too. Judge and Larry coming in clutch. I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. Holy shit. The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Hey, while court is adjourned, I'm gonna go use the bathroom. The little Plaza's room. I'll be back. Okay. You can enjoy this beautiful, wonderful, relaxing music. I'll be right back. That was too close. I'm sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edge. I'm sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat, Edgeworth. I'm like trying to gas him up and he's just... Oh, man. Oh, no, Gregory, we don't use the pee-pee poo-poo pass, not since the shit of 87. Was that the shit of 87? Was that the piss of 87? Oh, yeah, he either loves her. No, I think he profoundly despises Ed's jokes. Yeah, right, Edgeworth, you're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night. He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night. He did. Hey, Edgeworth. Oh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? What a stupid question, right? Oh no, you got ads again? Oh shit. It's nothing. Yeah, I feel like I think like all of the subs from the maid outfit stream goal have fallen off by now. I think it's been well over a month since then. I think you might have been in that pile of subs. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry. Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up, without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. I see. Thanks, Twitch, God forbid. Do you have, like, an ad blocker on? Does that even work on Twitch? This might be our chance. Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials. Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. Oh wait, does refreshing the tab sometimes reset the ad? Because I think I've tried to do that too before. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. Oh, this is good. This is gonna be real good, and that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right? No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. We'll pilk this one for all it's worth. Alright, Larry. Show us what you got, buddy. Alright, court is back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw. Never say what again, huh? Penis, right? Penis, right? Never say what again, Myth? Never say, we'll pilk this one for all it's worth? Milking Larry, the Judge Karma. On the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're... Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Help me, Larry Butts. You're my only hope. I felt that. Don't ever say what again. We're gonna just like right through the computer, right through the monitor. Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. Oh my god, wait. A pilk redeem, and it plays like the portion of that advertisement, that Christmas ad, where it shows the pilk mixing together. Okay, wait. For my 2-year anniversary stream next week, I'm going to have a sub goal. No, that's kind of a weak sub goal. I'll have it on the I'll have it on the wheel. I'll have it on the follow wheel that says I have to make Pilk and drink all of it. Unless you guys think that's a funny enough joke where it could be like a lower tier sub goal. Just saying. You want me to make Pilk in the martini shaker? I'll have that be a thing next weekend. The tiniest shot of Pilk. Well, guys, thanks for the 50 subs. Here's the Pilk I'm gonna drink, and it's like this really tiny glass. Nah, it's probably not a good idea. I'll have it on the wheel instead. All right, enough chatting. I gotta get to this witness testimony. I gotta get to Larry Butts' testimony. Why would you say that, Jay? That night, I was out on a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. Come on, buddy. You can be honest about it. Come on, it's fine. Your steel samurai went limp. You can be honest. Your steel samurai was deflated. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. That was an unusually vague testimony even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Oh boy. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. God, Maya, you're so wise. Okay, that night, I was out on a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop. Hold on, wait, okay. That night, I was out in a boat on the lake. What time was it? What time was it? It was after 11 o'clock when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out on... Okay. I was looking for something and I found it. You can be honest. Just be honest. Just be honest. You're steel samurai. What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant, let's get it over with. Alright, fine. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12 o'clock. Yeah. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? Oh, Jesus. Here's my problem, though. Just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Okay. Immediately, so I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop. Then, just as I was about to go home, I heard this bang. Yeah, Root, there's a lot of wishy-washy stuff with the amount of gunshots that were fired. This here says it was fired 3 times, and then Lotta said it fired twice, and then the old man also said it fired twice, and then Butts said He heard once, but he didn't see a boat. Just press all the statements? Oh, I thought I did. Maybe I skipped one. Hold on. Okay, I pressed for that. I pressed for that. I think I pressed for that? Yeah, I asked what time it was. He said it was around midnight. And just does... Okay. Where did the sound come from? Well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yes, I looked at the lake. Okay. Slime. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Whoa, whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. That's just the most important part of this case, buddy. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. So you only heard one bang, correct? After I heard that single gunshot... Got it. Okay, perfect, perfect. You only heard one bang, you're sure? That's what I said. Miss Lotta testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs, and the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. I love how Larry is volunteering his time to be a witness and I'm grilling him on how wrong he is. Were you even listening? Were you paying attention to at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts, you only heard 1 gunshot? Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Oh my god. Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. Was the second bang the fucking balloon? Oh my... Larry. Dude, Larry was listening to some Gateway Plaza. Mr. Butts. You were listening to the radio with your headphones. You were listening to Gateway Plaza with your headphones? We can lock in still? Oh, yeah, I know. So what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion, a waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Nope. Continue. Allow the witness to continue his testimony. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio. Okay. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all requests show on the radio. I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it too. You were listening to your radio at high volume. Okay. Yeah, 100%. Even if they are high quality. Absolutely. Can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. DJ? An announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. What this means is, when he heard the sound, no music was playing. Press the DJ part? Okay, I will. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Okay, let's hold off. Let's hold off on the hints. Now I want to see if I can take it from here. But I will press on the DJ. I think I was going to anyway, because I want to know what the DJ said. Disc jockey. Disc jockey. It's because, like, radio DJs, right? When radio stations, like, originally, like, were at their peak or whatever, it was, like, records, like, vinyl records that they would use to play the songs. So that's what they were. They were disc jockeys because they were slinging vinyl records all around the radio station. Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. Chicken jockey. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said to us? Disc jockey. Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care. We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Well, how do you know if we don't ask? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard, but there is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Okay. Just when she said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," I heard the gunshot. It's almost Christmas. Nope. It's gotta be this. It's gotta be this statement, though. Just when she said, "Hey..." Okay, wait. I can press on it. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. Check the first photo. Oh, that's the time I was looking for. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, you're right. That is the one I was looking for. Larry, are you absolutely sure that you're saying is correct? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, "Hey, it's almost Christmas," when he heard the gunshot. Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. He's so silly goofy. He's such a silly guy. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. How does that help me, though? Larry could literally just be lying? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. This Larry Butts fella is silly goofy. Just look at him. Suspicious. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? He's right. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim? Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Okay. Now is it this one? I feel like it might be this one. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. There's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in the photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all, because the camera is set to take a photo when there's a loud bang. Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. There was no proof that the loud noise was at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. My nose was clear that night, man. Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Okay. Fired 3 times. The balloon? I don't have the balloon as evidence. That would be funny, though. You're right, Your Honor, it wasn't. This is my evidence. Something about this pistol was bothering me. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. Finally! I have been waiting to use this as evidence. Thank fucking God. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When, then, was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. Is it what I think it might be? That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Okay. That's not what I was thinking, but okay. That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen the night on the lake. I'm also glad it wasn't the shot that killed Miles' dad. I was also thinking that, but I was just thinking, at the same time, I was thinking, there's no way, that doesn't make any sense. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Wait a second. Gunshots separated by 25 minutes? Uh-oh. I have it. Remember the case with the Steel Samurai? The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. They were trying to frame? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch, and I'm going to run with it. Phoenix has a massive point. He's got a huge point. A huge point. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Your Honor, the testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. So you finally realized the truth? It is really funny that it's written this way. This is such a clusterfuck. There can be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on that boat. How about we consider your mom, Karma, huh? There was a gunshot fired on that boat and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. The guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. It is hard to imagine any other possibility, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. Timestamp on the photo says 12:15, but Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Ryder, you're quite mad. Explain who the two men on the boat are. Oh. Edgeworth and the murderer, huh? After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. Holy shit. Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. Tell us the name of the murderer, then. The murderer's name? Right, it's... It would be so funny if it was Lana. I mean, just for the jokes, I want to say Lana. Don't diss on your girl like that. No, it's not Lana. Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. Again, you waste my time. Hello, Cotty. You're just checking in. Hey, go have fun. Go enjoy your friend's stream. Is Edgeworth free yet? No, he's fucking not, dude. It's annoying. I don't know because he never told us. Oh my god, and that's how the parrot knows. Dude, that's how the parrot knows about DL6. Holy shit, wait. How is this guy connected? The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop. That old man. That old man! That old man! At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert. Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot somebody? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? Show the judge where the murder really took place. Right here! Around here, maybe. Does this maybe include the reason why the killer would choose that spot? Yes, well, maybe because there is no good reason the murderer thought we'd never expect it. That was stupid. That was stupid. Show the judge where the murder took place. Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. You kinda want a gummy? I think you should have a gummy. Peer pressure. He finds it, then returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop. What happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Jesus, that's horrifying. That's really scary. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. But then who fell into the fucking water? Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then... Oh... Leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. This is so weird, dude. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men in the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop, then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened. Okay, these are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker quickly. Alright, here we go, boys. Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Maybe. That's probably why he reacted that way. You heard what the defense has said. Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct, astonishingly so, actually. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important. I'm sorry I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Oh, boy. Oh, jeez. Ugh. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Do I have to investigate again? Ugh. Literally, he was like, bye. Well, now's our chance to go search his safe. Now's our chance to go search his safe, talk to the parrot. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Once I sifted through his unique testimony, still he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Oh, hey, Edgeworth. Hi. Hey, baby. This next investigation part is gonna suck. Ugh. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You should try to smile just a little. Like, relax, maybe? I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now, and I don't know whether to or not to tell you. There's so little time left. I want to tell you, to get it off my chest. I love you. I can't make up my mind. It's a nightmare you had. So you don't love me, you're just gonna tell me about a dream you had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of a murder. What the fuck? You're gonna say this right here in the courtroom? My character reference sheet won't allow me to smile. I'm sorry, I put under personality traits, doesn't smile. Sorry. That's insane. Oh, man. A memory of a crime that I committed, a memory of a murder. I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. Cotty, there's so much going on with this, man. I mean, Myth or Jay or somebody else in chat could probably explain it better than me. But basically, there's so much. There's so much confusing shit with this trial, man. Yeah, bro, watch the VOD. But he'd never take someone's life, never. Hey! Hey, Butts. Hey, man. How's it going, buddy? What do you think of my performance today? I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Butts. She's 17, dude. Please stop. No, stop. Stop. Stop it. Stop it. Cease. Larry, now is not the time. That is a literal child. Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. That was funny. That was really... I think you could do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowing before me. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty... edgy. But from where I was sitting, Edgy was... edging. I don't know. But what I do know is... I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Yeah, you, Larry. Not all my, Dude, Larry hit her with the, actually. Enough with the silent treatment. Okay. Why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk. It's because I love him, Maya, you don't understand. You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Mm-hmm, in grade school. They saved me. Miles and Larry. Miles and Larry, they saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? Larry, what's he talking about? Oh, we're getting the deep lore. We're getting the tragic anime backstory. Here we go. Buckle up, everybody. Sorry, I kind of forgot. Holy shit, you. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final. Oh my god. Ugh. Dialogue. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial. It was a class trial. You remember Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade. A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. That's a lot of money to give a kid. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember. I can see why you would forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So they thought you did it. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. God damn, this is wild. Guilty! He did it! Guilty! It was you! Thief! Give the money back! Oh my god, In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. I didn't know what was happening. This is so sad, man. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Oh my god, I love him. Oh my god, this is great. This is so wonderful. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. His little bow tie, he is a little baby. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Why don't you... Me talking to Karma. Why don't you all just shut up? Little Larry Butts. This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well, I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That is how it happened. After that, the three of us were the best of friends. Aww. That was such a sweet story. I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personal, you see. When something smells, it's usually the butts. Edgeworth and I talked after the class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident, right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That is so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict, anything. I'm gonna be just like my father and fucking get shot. I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him to learn why he had become who he became. That's when I decided... Yeah, baby! If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believed in him. And I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. God damn! Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Nick, we have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Yes, 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 yes. Please, finally, let's move. Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No prob, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. Yeah. To meet your best friend. Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. No one can go into the woods today. The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad, no one can go in for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Alright, bye, buddy. Bye, friend. Alright, let's go. Let's go. Hot dog stand is closed. Larry's too busy worrying about Edgeworth. Alright. Boat rental. These puns, man. These puns. I can't believe it. That old caretaker got away. No, he didn't. He'll be back. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Hello? I'd know that clearing of the throat anywhere. It's this guy. Why are you still in the game? The days of my youth like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. This is no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes, but from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine. Right? I'm not so sure about that. What do you mean? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Goodbye. Okay. Hey, Polly's still here. Hello, hello. It's Polly. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Okay. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? 1228. He keeps it locked, so there must be something valuable in there. The only thing in here is a letter. There's no name or signature on this. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Oh boy. Why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says, this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Wait a minute. The guy, he's the guy who was declared innocent in the trial of the DL6 incident. The caretaker. He's Yanni. Yogi. Think about it. He suffered brain damage. Because of the lack of oxygen. So he was like, that's why he's like rocking back and forth all the goddamn time and falling asleep. And I guess it kind of makes sense. Like, about, like, how his life got ruined. He was declared innocent, but that probably doesn't mean, like, his life wasn't, like, completely different. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here. This is the smoking gun. We found the smoking gun. I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. What does it mean to get revenge? This letter is an amazing clue. Okay, well, bye, Polly. Alright, I'm gonna go to, Mr. Grossberg's office. He's out again? What? Oh my god. Okay, Hey, cutie pie. You look as grim as always. Looking as grim as always, honey. No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it, in 3rd grade? Lunch money. Oh, right. Yes, I seem to remember something like that. I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only mattered to me anyway. That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Hi, honey. Gee, thanks. There is a creature. He's getting kind of antsy. I might need to hand him off. Hey, want to say hi? I would have had him say hi earlier, but he usually is sleeping on my couch. Yeah, see, he's crazy. He's crazy. He's crazy. Oh! Charlie, everyone wants to see you. Come here. Come here. Oh, jeez, you're so fat. Oh my god. And he's crazy. He's crazy. He has the zoomies right now. Yeah. Yeah, he's got some zoomies. I'm gonna have to hand you off. Okay, there you go. It does sound like the kind of thing you do. You have changed a bit, have you, right? Well, maybe yeah, but I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Aww. A couple's quarrel. Da silly. Why did you become a prosecutor? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney. I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, right, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? The man trapped in the elevator with my father, his name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter. Any way you look at it. Yet he was found innocent. The defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond, okay, yeah. On that day 15 years ago, the 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memory of the murder. Oh. 1 Second, everybody. Okay. Lost your memory. Even though I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. Damn, dude, okay. I guess you do hate me, huh? He's my teacher, a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he is obsessed with doing everything perfectly. In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved. Not one suspect was declared innocent ever. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job to find the suspect guilty perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. Okay. I think I gotta end it here. It's getting late. I'm getting neepy from all this reading. I think we're close. I have a good feeling about tomorrow being the last of it.